In the right corner, hailing from Alberta, Canada, not only is he a World War II veteran, but he also participated in World War I and the Vietnam War, a former CIA operative and samurai, survivor of the Weapon X program, and one of the senior members of the X-Men, Wolverine! In the left corner, hailing from Japan, a former member of the Zenin clan, he's infamously known as the Sorcerer Killer, a non-curse user, arguably the best assassin in his world, Toji! Ladies and gentlemen, these two are here today to battle. Who's gonna win this battle and come out on top? All of this to be answered.
So yeah, let's get into this exciting video. This is gonna be a great one. James Howlett, better known as Logan, is one of the most dangerous mutants in all of Marvel Comics. But just how strong is Wolverine? Well, just based off raw strength, he's stronger than most super soldiers in Marvel Comics. So much so that even someone like Captain America said that Wolverine is one of the toughest opponents he's faced, not just because of his super strength, but because he also knows how to use it. So if you look at some feats that Captain America has done, such as being able to hold a helicopter or being able to kick a jeep, yeah, Wolverine physically scales past all of that. And that's just based off his raw strength. He's not as strong as another popular character though. Someone like Spider-Man can stop a high-speed train and hold a ship together. Yeah, Wolverine physically can't do any of that. But he is strong enough to snap steel chains, break a dinosaur's neck, and throw Colossus into juggernauts. And the crazy thing though is that this is based off raw physical strength. Because Wolverine's bones and claws are made out of adamantium, he's able to not only fight, but hurt people that are way stronger than him. Some of the characters that he's been able to hurt are Thor, Hulk, and Thanos. And that's because his claws are indestructible. And this is honestly very impressive because characters like this are way more menacing and stronger in the comics. But yeah, having indestructible claws allows him to go past his strength limits and damage people that are way out of his league strength-wise. To put it this way, Spider-Man's punches won't do much, if anything, to the Hulk. But Wolverine's claws are able to damage and hurt the Hulk, even though it's been established that Spider-Man is physically stronger than Wolverine. When it comes to speed, we both know that Wolverine ain't lighting the world on fire. Still though, it doesn't really matter unless you're a speedster. In a fight, the thing that matters the most is your combat speed. And this is basically how fast your reflexes are, how fast you can attack your opponent, and if you're too fast for your opponent to perceive you in battle, or vice versa. For Logan, the only thing that he really excels at is his reflex speed. And that's mostly because he fights instinctively, meaning he thinks and acts at the same time. This allows Wolverine to have enhanced capabilities when it comes to dodging opponents and also attacking them, which just means that Wolverine is highly proactive in a fight instead of being reactive. Aside from that though, when it comes to attack speed and how fast opponents perceive him, he's just normal there, like he's eyed, he's nothing special. Now, we all know that the most impressive thing when it comes to Wolverine is his insane healing factor. So how does that come into factor when assessing his durability? Well, to be honest, it's not just the regenerative healing factor, it's also the adamantium skeleton. Having indestructible skeleton basically makes you immune to attacks like fractures, shattering and crushing, and penetrative injuries. Basically, Wolverine is just immune to a good chunk of injuries that affects everyone else. That's not even to mention that other type of injuries such as soft tissue damage and skin and internal injuries are handled by the healing factor. So when it comes to injuries, he's basically null and void. He doesn't get injured at all. Bruh, yeah, good luck taking this guy out. It's worth to note though that while Wolverine's healing factor is impressive, there's still some limits to it. Like if you cut off his limbs in a fight, they're not just going to regrow immediately, it's going to take a while for them to regrow. Also, his healing factor is not as strong as characters like Deadpool, Juggernaut, and the Hulks. But like I said, it doesn't really matter because his indestructible skeleton more than makes up for this. It's also worth to note that Wolverine has a Berserker mode. This mode allows him to push past his limits and basically gives him a stats boost in all of his physical attributes. With all of that being said, I scale Wolverine in terms of attack power as high superhuman. The combination of his natural strength and his indestructible claws definitely makes him someone that you don't want to run into. As for speed, I'll scale him as enhanced. Most people in comics can dodge bullets. Hell, even Punisher can dodge bullets and he's just a regular guy. Bro has no abilities. So yeah, Wolverine can dodge bullets too. I mean, it's just pretty commonplace at this point. For hacks and perks, it just mostly comes down to having the adamantium skeleton. It's honestly one of the most OP things you can have in Marvel Comics. Not to also mention, he's one of the best trackers of the verse because of his super senses. So he's definitely up there when it comes to hacks and abilities. Lastly, for his durability and endurance, he's near indestructible, and that's pretty self-explanatory. With all that being said, I'll scale Wolverine as a high C tier fighter. He's a highly skilled fighter, and yeah, good luck killing him.
Actually, quick disclaimer here. I know it seems very unlikely, but Wolverine can be killed. As a matter of fact, there's a whole storyline where he goes over things that could kill him. For starters, the adamantium he has that helps him out so much actually poisons him constantly. It's a ceiling factor that fights off the poison, and if you could get rid of it, he'll just die of metal poisoning. You could also kill him by throwing him in the sun, or attaching him to a giant magnet and tossing him into the ocean while waiting for him to drown, and probably the fastest way to DH him. Oh shit, I gotta go. You're probably wondering why I've been whispering. Well, yeah, we gotta maintain the unkillable brand, or else Ryan Reynolds, Hugh Jackman, Marvel, and Disney, they're gonna sue my ass for defamation. Actually, fuck it. There's one last way Wolverine could be killed, and that's by cutting off his head. Normally, this would be impossible because his bones are adamantium, but you could get the job done with a second weapon. Oh shit, I gotta go. They're coming for me. Alright, that's it for me.
Bruh, Wolverine and Toji are actually pretty similar when you think about it. They both have tragic backstories that force them to have that ruthless persona. They also cultivated that loner MO and are arguably one of the most isolated characters in their respective verses. And lastly, both of them will fucking kick your ass if they decide to get busy. So, how strong exactly is Toji? Well, the best way to scale Toji is to look at what Yuji and Maki are capable of. Warning, there are gonna be JJK manga spoilers moving on, so if you don't want to get spoiled, move on to the next timestamp. That being said, just right after Shibuya, we saw Yuji being able to punch a car and toss aside building rubble effortlessly just with his physical strength. And all of this is before the final arc, where Yuji is definitely way stronger than he was in Shibuya. It's worth to note though that Yuji in Shinjuku is slightly weaker than Maki physically. Not only did Sukuna imply that she's better than all of the other sorcerers, bar Gojo of course, but Maki was shown to be able to match up with Sukuna physically. Shit, even Yuji wasn't able to toss around Sukuna like this. The only time Yuji was really matching up with Sukuna was when he was using Black Flash, and that's not his physical strength per se, that's mixed up with Jujutsu. After she awakened, it was said in the story that Maki is now equal to Toji. And this is true because both of them were effortlessly able to defeat special grade curses. Also, a 15-finger Sukuna did the same thing with Jogo. So, on the high end, someone like Toji can even hold his own against the prime Hien era Sukuna, which is stated to be Sukuna's strongest form. And on the low end, it's suggested that he'll be able to fight against 15-finger Sukuna on equal footing. Now, I'm not saying he would win against 15-finger Sukuna, I'm just suggesting that strength-wise, he's kind of around there. Actually, no, Toji falls anywhere between 15-finger Sukuna and Hien era Sukuna. It's just kind of ambiguous where exactly, to be honest. But yeah, think about it. In Shibuya, Yuji struggled against someone like Mahito, who's a special grade curse. And that Yuji can toss cars and building rubble like it's nothing. So just imagine what Toji will be able to do with his full strength. Now we move on to speed. It's basically been confirmed that Toji is supersonic. Now he, of course, was able to move at Mach 3 speed. And when Maki awakened, not only was Maki moving faster than him, but she was moving so fast that he couldn't even keep up or catch up with her. It got so crazy that Maki was able to dodge him in mid-air. And that is insane because there was no footing to dodge off of. She was just that fast. But yeah, if someone in Mach 3 speed can't react or catch up to you, yeah, you're definitely somewhere in the range of Mach 4 to Mach 6 speed, which puts you comfortably above the speed of sound. Another crazy thing too though is that Toji is surprisingly very durable. It's stated that his body is as hard as steel, and I know someone's probably in the comments like, bro, he got wrecked by Hollow Purple. Well, shit, Sukuna too, bro, who ain't got wrecked by Hollow Purple? That's the whole point. It's like an imaginary ball of like matter, like you can't dodge it, it destroys everything on sight. In fact, Sukuna stated that under no circumstances would they allow a Purple to hit him again. Moving on, Maki was able to take multiple black flashes from Sukuna and even get caught by not only dismantle but cleave. Cleave being an attack that adjusts to the target's durability. And the fact that she wasn't on death's door right away after taking all of these attacks, yeah, I think she's pretty fucking durable. You look at someone like Yuta, and after taking a dismantle attack, he was damn near at death's door. And Yuta ain't no slouch, he's also pretty durable. Just like with strength, I say Toji ranks anywhere from 15 finger Sukuna all the way to Hienera Sukuna. Somewhere between there, it just depends where, I'm not sure exactly where though. Personally, I think Toji is top 5 of all time in Jujutsu Kaisen. The only people I got above him are Sukuna, Gojo, Kenjaku. I mean, Yuta is strong, but would I pick Yuta over Toji? Nah, I'm not. I got Toji over Yuta. I love Maki, she's extremely nice, but Toji is the original. It's never been stated that she surpassed him, it's only stated that she's been able to match him. And as for Kashimo... And yeah, that's about everyone. Hey bro, if you can give Gojo constant PTSD, you're him, man, you're him. I'll scale Toji in terms of attack power as high superhuman. I mean, if you can take out special grade courses like it's nothing, yeah, you're pretty fucking strong. We saw what the disaster courses could do, and these guys were no slouches. As for speed and reflexes, Toji is extreme high superhuman. I mean, he's basically supersonic, and it's been shown multiple times that Toji can move so fast that people can't even perceive or react to him. But his durability and endurance, he's superhuman. I mean, his body is as hard as steel. What more do you want from bro? That's pretty fucking good. And lastly, for hacks, he just has high level abilities here. Sure, his physical abilities are off the charts and he has extra stuff like enhanced senses and being invisible in a domain. But Toji mostly complements all of this with core tools, and there could be one that will be particularly useful. I skill Toji as a high C tier fighter. Not only is he an extremely skilled fighter, but he's also physically a monster. Toji and Wolverine are the same caliber of fighter and are even in the same tier. So how exactly would a fight between them go? Well, the first thing we gotta find out is that can Toji actually harm Wolverine? I mean, won't Wolverine just heal from any injuries that Toji gives him? And the answer is yes. Toji should not be able to harm Wolverine under any circumstances. That is, unless you have a weapon that could hurt Wolverine. You see, there's a sword that not only could be able to cut through adamantium, but also shut down Wolverine's healing factor. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Split Soul Katana, a sword that ignores all physical toughness to cut through the hardest substances and strike directly at the heart of the soul. I believe this sword should be able to harm Wolverine because there's a sword similar to this in Marvel Comics, and it's called the Muramasa Blade. The Muramasa Blade is a sword capable of cutting any substance, even adamantium. Not only that, but it's also able to greatly reduce the efficiency of someone's healing factor. Now, I know you're probably wondering, why am I scaling this swords to having similar effects? Well, it's because the Muramasa Blade was made by using a piece of Logan's soul and blood. It's not made of vibranium or adamantium, which are usually the only things in Marvel Comics that could cut through adamantium. Because it's mostly through the power of the soul that makes the blade so effective, it's not a stretch to say that the Split Soul Katana would be effective against Wolverine. I just feel that they're too similar that the effects on our opponents gotta be at least the same. But for the sake of moderation, I won't scale the blades 1-to-1. Frankly speaking, I still don't believe there's anything in the JJK verse that could cut through adamantium, Sukuna slashes included. So the Split Soul Katana won't be able to do that. Instead, what I think it would do is that it'll make Wolverine's healing factor less effective. Not just to the extent of the Muramasa's blade though, because I think it's because the Muramasa's blade has Wolverine's soul, that's why it's so effective. I'd say the Split Soul Katana might be half as effective when it comes to harming Wolverine. Point is though, this gives a way for Toji to be able to harm Wolverine. And it follows canonical evidence from both shows without pandering too much to either side. And with this, Toji has a way to hurt Wolverine now. The tide of the battle has shifted. The one thing Toji has over Wolverine is speed. Attack power wise, I'd give the slight edge to Wolverine. Just because of how OP adamantium claws are and it allows him to hurt people he has no business being able to hurt. They are also dead as the best trackers in their verse, so I don't think either of them are gonna sneak up on each other. So this fight will just boil down to who can do the most damage to each other first. I honestly see this fight being really grimy and grindy, with both guys drawing blood on each other and inflicting serious damage on each other. As the fight goes on though, two things are gonna play into factor. The first thing is Wolverine not really having his healing factor at an optimal rate. You see, when you've been fighting a certain way forever and suddenly one of your biggest perks is taken away from you, there's just no way around it. It's eventually gonna start catching up to you. I mean, just imagine if Luffy could only stretch half as much as he could right now. It just won't be the same. Or just even imagine if Flash was half as fast as he was. Yeah, they'll be affected. Like, they won't be able to fight as comfortably as they usually do. The same thing is happening to Logan here. The second thing that I feel that could have a huge role in the fight is Toji's speed. Wolverine really doesn't have a track record of fighting speedsters. Sabretooth, Omega Red, Lady Deathstrike, Silver Samurai. None of these guys are speedsters. They're mostly just hack and slash or bruiser archetypes. And I believe dealing with a weakened healing factor and having to fight an opponent you're not really used to fighting is a bad combination. Eventually, Toji would start to overwhelm Wolverine a bit and even land some devastating attacks. But this isn't the end. Wolverine still has Berserker mode, which would level things out and allow him to momentarily get the edge on Toji. Even Toji will start to get fatigued for some of the injuries he's taking from Logan. I know y'all thought this fight was over, but now we're going all the way down to the wire. And I honestly see this fight going down to the final clash. In the end though, if it goes down to that, I think Toji is gonna win. You see, a final clash is kind of like those Western duels where the first person to pull out their gun wins majority of the time. And because of his speed, Toji will most likely reach Wolverine first with his split sword katana. Not to mention the katana too has a longer range than Wolverine's claws. Because of this, Toji would most likely be able to reach a fatal point like Wolverine's heart before Wolverine's claws actually inflict damage on Toji. Winner, Toji Fushiguro. Just barely though. This was an extreme death fight and I haven't seen Wolverine dealing major damage and scarring Toji after Toji lands his fatal attack. Kinda like a last ditch effort from him. Ultimately though, the combination of an unfamiliar opponent and a weakened healing factor was just too much for Wolverine to overcome. And that is why Wolverine lost this fight. This was honestly the best versus I've gone over. It really could have gone either ways, to be honest. If you're interested in more versus battle, check out this video on why All Might will wreck Homelander.